What's up, dude?
Hey, good morning. Once again, I'm gonna finish off the last few scriptures because the internet had cut off on me. So I went back and I saw kind of where it went off on me at. So I'm gonna just read these few more scriptures, Proverbs 15 and 29. The point that I was making here is that the Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. Because over there in 1 Peter 3 and 12, it lets us know is that Peter says that the Lord hears the prayer of the righteous, and David is telling us the same thing, is that, but he's also putting in there, the Lord is far from the wicked. So, we got to choose a side. That lets us know that, God ain't hearing everybody's prayer. He ain't dealing with the wickedness or the sin. So you got to make sure that our prayers are righteous. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 28. Proverbs 28 in one verse right here, 28 and verse 9, it say, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Peace to everybody tuning in. This is just a part 2 to the lesson that I already did. You can go on my page and see the first part of this lesson, but about halfway or towards the end of the lesson, it cut out on me. So y'all couldn't hear what I was saying. But these are the few verses that I left off. Proverbs 28, Proverbs 15 and 29, Proverbs 28 and 9, it says, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. So we got to make sure that, we not turning away our ear from hearing God's law. The law is our instruction. The law is, how we going to walk in this life. It tells us what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat. It tells us what day we need to go and worship God, what day how we going to worship God. It tells us what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. It tells us how to love our God and how to love our neighbor. So that's what good the law is doing us. So if you turn your ear away from hearing the law, your prayers will be an abomination. Now let's go to our last spot, Psalms 66. And I think it was 18 through 20. Yes, sir. Psalm 66.
How's that swipe and you're doing this to swipe?
Because I got it on. It's you can do it, share my screen. Psalm 66 and verse 18. It say, if I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. So if you are, thinking about and dealing with sin, and you're not trying to refrain or cast those evil thoughts out, the Lord will not hear your prayer. David is letting us know that. He's telling God, like, I know God, like, hey, when I pray unto you, if I'm regarding iniquity or sin in my mind, you're not going to hear my prayer. Verse 19, he said, but verily God hath heard me. But on the other hand, God has heard me. Because David wasn't dealing with no will for sin. David understood that, hey, I got to turn from my sin. If I want God to hear me, I can't be dealing with no sin. He said, but verily God hath heard me. He hath attended to the voice of my prayer. He's heard David's prayer. Verse 20, blessed be God, which have not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, hey, that's your lesson. Are you willing to pray unto God? Are you willing to pray? Are you willing to continue to keep praying even though you're going through something? The answer is yes. Keep praying. And I hope y'all have a great day. Peace and blessings to everybody tuned in. Lord willing, I'll be back here Wednesday morning with another lesson. Peace. Hope y'all have a great Monday.